Tonight, a Madison family is starting the new year without the home that's been in their family for generations after it caught fire yesterday.
4 family members who were living there were displaced by the fire, but no one was injured. They took over the house after the original owner, their grandmother, died last January. Now her grandson tells our Arman Rahman it's important to her legacy to rebuild it for other family to use.
That's right, Eric and Charlotte. Madison fire crews used a thermal imaging camera to find and extinguish flames in the walls and attic. Now, more than money, Derek Rose is asking for the community's construction advice and knowledge to rebuild his grandmother's house that he says served the whole neighborhood.
My grandma passed a year ago, so it's bringing up other memories.
Many of Derek Rose's memories with his grandmother Ruby went up in smoke with her house Sunday, a year almost to the day of her death.
All of the fire went all the way up to the attic, and it's just, you see the roof.
The fire happened just hours into the new year, the morning after Derek was hard at work fixing the boiler.
When you do so much work, it's like, oh, this is never going to get done. And my last thought when I left here is that nothing more worse can happen. And, yeah.
The house, like Ruby Rose, have been hallmarks of Lakeside Street. The single mother bought it in the early 70s.
Basically, my grandma was one of the first African Americans to buy a house on this street.
After Ruby died last January, Derek says he was renovating it to rent out with his 4 uncles who were living there. Despite $100,000 in damages, he says he's not giving up.
I think it's the best served is to get it fixed up and try to do the same thing where it was for my grandma. Try to rent it out to people that have family, you know, single family mothers. Because like my grandma did it with 8 children.
And with all the neighborhood kids that ran through the house through the years, he says the community has been anxious to help too.
The GoFundMe kind of started up 14 hours ago. It's kind of incredible. I wasn't expecting anything like that.
Derek says it means everything to him to refurbish a blessing him and so many other generations got.
It's not about money. Like I even tell like this with my uncles and my cousins. It's about legacy.
And as of this broadcast, the GoFundMe Derek has set up has raised almost $2,000 of his $10,000 goal. You can find that link on our website, channel3000.com.